Yo, 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 it's the after show for Talkisoba for the show Erased. We got spoilers. The teacher's
Beware.
the killer. Teacher's the killer. Just wanted to lead with that. So, Malesh.
What do you want, Nate?
Wow. I gotta say, I did not really see the teacher. I mean, when they put those candy things there in the one episode and the teacher was all like, I'm gonna give you a weird glare. And Tora was all like, oh my god. I was like, gotta be a red herring. It's too obvious. But then, when you look back at some episodes, you see his weird, creepy glare as a teacher. And he's like, hey, Tora, I want to help you out with this thing. Tora's like, okay, thanks, bye. He gets that weird glare. When you watch it, you just think you're just looking at him. But then when you know that and you rewind, man, he's there all along. Really gets me.
Yeah, like, I thought it was pretty obvious as a teacher for myself because when you watch, like, mystery shows, a lot of them generally they always, like, introduce the killer. So, the killer can't be like a random character is what I thought when I was watching the show. Like, for like 10 episodes, I was like, it can't be a random person.
Like, I knew it was plausible from the beginning, but I didn't want to believe it. And like, he's such a nice dude.
And like, Yuki didn't make any sense because he was already innocent proven. So I was like, it has to be the teacher. But like, it was so like obvious for me and for a couple other people that like, we were kind of like, is it though? So when I discovered it really was him, I was it was a kind of a mixed reaction for me where I was like, interesting. Like, I understand like why it had to be the teacher, and it was smart in a lot of ways.
Messed up in the head, you know.
It was smart the way they kind of introduced him because it makes sense why Satoru would never judge him or like thinking of him as a killer because he was in a child's body where he never had a father figure, and to him the teacher exemplified what a father figure was supposed to be. So why would he ever, in that sort of mindset as a kid, think about his teacher becoming the killer? But like, since we're obviously not childs watching the show, it's kind of either look at it from like a neutral point of view where it did make sense to suspect the teacher a lot of the times, and when it was eventually wrote it was him, I was like, interesting, but I wasn't like, it was a mixed bag. I was like, okay.
That's why I said in the review, I was like, even no matter which side you're on, you're gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, it's not something that I would be like, it's not like I think the revelation a lot of people wanted for, nor was I think. It was something that...
Yeah, nobody was like, oh yeah, it's a teacher.
Yeah. I think it would have been cooler overall if like it was somebody a bit different. Like, I would have preferred if it was someone like a Yuki, because he was already like, oh, he's innocent technically, but it would have been kind of cool for him to actually like, be like, oh, you're actually not innocent. And it also leads to the question like, why was he spend so much time on it in some of the episode where it's like...
I thought it might have been the reporter actually initially.
No, you're stupid, man.
Wow.
It was a reporter.
Wow, man, just gonna call me out?
Yeah. But I just felt like they could have done a bit more interesting choice with the killer, but, it's whatever. I also like the scene when we go out to the end of the show where the penultimate episode ended with him on the wheelchair telling the guy, like, I know you're the killer. And I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah, I was like, like your muscles like atrophied right now. Like, he could just freaking punch you, like, right now.
Yeah, but then
they did the reveal with the cushion at the end and...
Yeah, that was an interesting way to end it for sure.
All I gotta say is that, like I said in the review, the falling action was a little bit meh, because the anime was different than the manga, because it was different production times. But, like, when he went into that coma and he woke up, and I was like, that's a really weird, like, sort of loophole to have him reverse the revival, but still be in the timeline that he affected. Because both times, I think... because in the first time when he almost saved Kaio, but she died on a different day, and then his revival went back to the future, that time he was still affected when he went back to the future. I was like, it's super weird that now he's like, because now his original timeline is erased, and he did re-meet.
Erased.
Yeah, the show's title is good. The show's title is also like in the dialogue in Japanese, the Japanese title. I mean, but yeah, like when he went back and he had to meet Irie-chan again, I was like, oh man, dude, your whole life is just it's erased. I guess in the end it sort of makes sense, but it's just really weird to me. I was like, this isn't fair. This guy's be in a coma.
Well, I think the reason he probably was that way is just because he came back and he solved the thing in the past, which was letting Kaio live. So that was like the main catalyst for him going to like a true timeline. But I did think it was kind of an interesting plot device, and you obviously really can't blame them for not having the manga ending, considering the manga ended like a week ago.
Yeah.
And anime's done advanced, so they can't just be like, hey guys, just wait entirely.
I'm a little curious about the manga, because someone said the ending was way better, and I'm like, yeah, maybe you're just being biased, but I'll still check it out. Probably. People said about One Punch Man. I was like, man, the One Punch Man anime was so good. Not the webcomic. People told me the manga was better. I'm like, oh, maybe. I'll only check out the One Punch Man manga if they like really keep going with it, because I keep hearing it's like really similar to the show. I don't want to freaking read what I just watched. I might read the Embrace manga. But I'll
read the last chapters for sure, just to sort of see what the difference was. Overall, though, Embrace was a kind of interesting show to watch weekly for me, because, you know, it was like, when I was picking the anime to watch for the winter season, I was like, this show could be real good, and it turned out to be real good.
Yep, you got an eye for anime.
But I do think that the Kai arc was really great, because it really felt focused, and pacing-wise, that was really nice. But then you are right, like, the last, like, 3 episodes were just like, okay, we're focusing.
Sort of he wins, I guess. Let's just stretch this one out. I
just saw like the aftermath after Kyle got taken back.
Hiromi, Miss Cecilia girl.
Yeah, and it was just it was weird, but it certainly was like it wasn't something I was like ultimately disappointed by. I wasn't like this ending was atrocious. It felt appropriate for the show somewhat, especially kind of the way how teacher got caught. But I do think if the show was a bit longer, like even 15 episodes, I feel like if they could really dive more in the teacher's mindset, that would have been more interesting, rather than just be like, he's kind of crazy, and then that's the reason why he killed the kids.
His mindset never did make much sense. So, like, he's just a weirdo. And then they had that really interesting exchange at the end where he was like, you complete a weird psychotic part of me. Let me kill you. Whoops, you set me up.
And the whole spider analogy was really weird, how he could like see spider strings on top of the
That was messed up, but it was good. Because they did that early on, and I was like, oh, there's so much symbolism. The show's really good symbolism, I gotta say. It doesn't seem a lot of really ham-fisted. It's like, this is clever.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially the opening, like I said.
Because, like, there's, like, this flood scene, and it's like, whoa.
Dude, I was so startled. I had to rewind, because I just didn't even pay attention when the opening where he wasn't in it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wait a minute, those movie chairs look empty in the opening. Oh, he's erased.
Yeah, because, like, I remember seeing the opening first time, I was like, why are they, like, getting flooded? That makes no sense. Then it's like, he got Yashiro flooded. And it's like, oh.
Someone made the funniest thing on the discussions for Reddit, because, like, this is one of the first animes, I think this is the first since One Punch Man, I've actually watched it really close to where it airs, like, the discussion boards were, like, really recent, and those people's, like, live reactions to it without knowing what would come next. And when he pulled out the basketball, someone was like, Satoru, what have you wanted for your life?
Yeah, that was a real fun comment to see.
Oh, yeah. Did you read the same discussion boards on r/anime?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
By the way, check out r/anime for all your anime news.
Yeah. Nah, it's just interesting to see people talking about it. But, yeah, and there were always mentions, because someone mentioned, because I felt like it was gotta be a red herring when the teacher had the candy out. Because someone was like, aren't his victims like 11 years old and they're too old for the candy bit? Where he's like, come in my van. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. And plus, people do that in real life, where they have lollipops and cigarettes. It's gotta be a thing. But then I was like, nah, it's a code, man. Just accept it. It was sad. That's all we got. Anyway, I don't know. Feel free to leave a comment what your thoughts were.
Just
I don't know.